Hello, folks. So we're going to continue with learning about the Constitution. Last class, you looked at the preamble and what each part of that, how that translated to, the way the government operates. Today, we're going to be looking at the six basic principles of the U.S. Constitution. And you can see here a principle uh, is a fancy way of saying a truth that serves as a foundation for a system of belief. So, for our purposes, the six basic principles of the U.S. Constitution are the six basic truths that served as the foundation of the U.S. Constitution. So, we're going to do this in a couple of ways. You can see here it says Task One. You're going to preview the six basic principles of the Constitution by giving a name with an explanation for each image that represents one of the six principles of the Constitution. And I did the first one as an example, so we'll look at that now. Here's your example. So you see here an image, and you really want to pay attention to the words written on the image, the actions of any of the people that are in the image. And you can see here we have a football player with the word government written on the back of his jersey. We have him stepping out of bounds, and you can see the words Constitution are written on the sideline. So he's going out of bounds, outside of the Constitution. And you can see these people here dressed as judges and I guess football refs blowing a whistle at him. Okay. So what is that supposed to represent about the Constitution? Well, I put that the government has to play by the rules, and my explanation of why I thought that is, well, judges are blowing their whistles at a player named government who is out of bounds. Okay, so it's as simple as that. One thing I want to um, note here is that for these Google Slides, it can be kind of difficult to see some of the stuff. So I highly suggest you go to this magnifying glass icon here and you zoom in as needed. Right now we're at 52%, but if you zoom into 100%, you can see way better. Okay. All right. So here we are again. Um, make your guesses, but you can see here um, we have a picture of three different sets of chefs. They're all doing a bake off, and each chef has a group of chefs has a name. We have legislative, executive, and judicial. Over here, we have a thing that says new laws, and they're now baking uh, their pie, I guess. So, again, you, it, there's no right or wrong answer. I just want you to take an educated guess about what kind of truth this is showing in the Constitution, and hopefully, you're getting out of this that there's three branches. Okay, moving right along, we have the three branches again, literally on tree branches, and each one is cutting the branch of the other. So that's kind of interesting. So be sure to write your observations and your analysis there. Next one, we have a whole bunch of people operating a remote control car. And you can see they're telling the car to turn, change direction, go slower, go faster, stepping into high gear, watch out, downshift. And the car itself has the word government on it. So, what could this possibly mean? In my mind, maybe it means that the people are in control of the government. And then we have a couple more to go. This one says, sure, he's big, but we hold the leash. And again, on his leash, it says US government. Okay, so this dog is supposed to represent the government. And again, it shows the people are the ones that are in control of the dog, even though the government is so big. And then finally, we have a house with a whole bunch of different people living in it. And they all seem to have the names of states: Louisiana, Texas, California, Hawaii. So, what might that be about? Maybe about how states work together. Okay, so once you make your predictions, the next thing you're going to do is, and again, zoom in if you haven't already. This is especially going to be important here because it's going to be hard to see if you don't. You are going to click on this link. It's going to take you to a very brief YouTube video, which is, I think, like 2 or 3 minutes long. It really is very brief. And you're going to write down a definition for each of the 6 basic principles here. Okay. And it can be relatively short. I did the first one for you so you could see. But it says the government's power is given to it by the people. That's what popular sovereignty is, one of the 6 principles of the Constitution. And an example that is mentioned in the video is we the people is literally written in the preamble of the Constitution. So you would do that for each of the other 5 principles of the US Constitution using the video. Personally, I think the best way to do it is you click on the link, you push play on the video, and then you just sort of listen to it and have this page open and you write in the definition as the video goes. Pause it along the way as you need to. Okay, once you finish doing that, again, zoom in if you haven't already zoomed in. There's that guy again. Okay, I think I'm losing my mind. What you're going to do here is you're going to read each scenario and you're going to match it up to one of the 6 principles of the US Constitution. Okay, so we learned about popular sovereignty. Okay, popular sovereignty, remember, was the idea that the government's power is given to it by the people. So what I would do is I would look for somewhere where it says that. And you can see here it says if the people do not like the way their government is run, they can vote for new leaders. I'd say that sounds like popular sovereignty, so I'd write that in there. Okay. I also did the first one for you, so you have an idea of how to do this. Okay. Um, please make sure you reach out to me if you need any additional help. You can email me or you can message me on Google Classroom. And of course, as always, I am available during our class meeting time, 1:30 to 2:30, in our Google Meet link. I'm going to link the Google Meet link. So first of all, it's in Classroom Resources where it says Civics Google Meet link. You would just click here. You could also join by phone if you're on the go or something by just dialing in. You won't see a video, but you'll be able to connect with me via the phone. I'm also going to just put this link into the assignment post as well, so it'll be easy to find. So there's lots of additional help for you if you need the help.